Hey, good evening, everyone. It's the Man United Agenda, and we're doing a Brentford versus Man United preview show. Hey, you doing, man? It's OMONDI Juma here for the Man United Agenda, and tonight we're talking about Brentford versus Manchester United. That game kicks off tomorrow evening. Hopefully, you guys can tune in and watch that, and obviously watch along as well. I'm joined by our first team squad member. That would be Mr. B. He's always here. Mr. B, how you doing?
Yeah, boy, you like giving me no free time. I'm back again. I'm good to see you guys, man.
And I'm also joined by our squad member. He's always on the bench, but tonight he's making another appearance and looking sharp as well. How you doing, Shah? Big up, Shah.
Oh, good, thanks. Always on that bench. I'm like Dunny. Solo finally gave me a call.
Yeah.
I'll get my minutes in for the season.
I'm not ruthless like Ralph. I give you the call up. I've seen you in training. I like what you're doing, so you get a slot on the show. No, I'm joking. How's it going out there, man? All good?
Everything's good. Everything's good, man. Good to be back every now and then, and obviously help out where we can. Some exciting things to talk about.
Shirts on your door. Do you want to tell us what
that's
looks like Mr. B's shirt?
That's right.
Looks like Mr. B was busting one of those shirts the other day. The 90, is that 93?
No, it's a new away shirt. This is.
Oh, it's the new away shirt,
this is this season's home shirt as well.
Oh, both this season.
Yeah, they're both. One of them was a gift from my wife. Sorry. Yeah. So the SHAH 17, and then the other one.
Don't wear that down on private side.
That's it, mate. Well, can't make it 5 sides at the moment. Too much working at the moment.
No, Shah. Too old, Shah. Come on now. Come on. Let's give the real reason.
Mate.
Shah, tonight.
I don't have no friends anymore.
Of course, you got us. Tonight, Shah, you're going to drop a few stats about the Brentford Man U thing going on. Let's just structure the show quickly. Just want to have a quick review about the manager's press conference today. I'm just going to read something out for you guys and just want a quick response from you guys. It's mainly to do with Pogba and a couple other injury things. So he said, Ralph, regarding analysing the game against Villa, we played them twice recently, haven't we? We beat them 1-0 and we drew 2-2. Oh, God, that still pains me. And he said we did better in the league game. Up until 70 minutes, the performance was really good. He liked our movements. He liked our game in possession of the ball, the structure of the game, the way we pressed, even the way we had to defend in our own box. We need a similar performance, he said, against Brentford. So he was quite encouraged by that. Just quickly, Shah, are you encouraged by the 70 minutes that we had? Did you see anything different? Because remember, the two changes were we had a little inside revolution where Ronaldo's come out and said he demands more character, more better mentality. So were you encouraged by what Ralph is saying here about the 70 minutes?
I think Ralph at the moment is just looking at the positives out of every match. Will I say 70 minutes we look great against Villa? I'll probably say the first 25 minutes, if I'm honest with you. And then after that, it kind of disappeared quite quickly. The goals, were we in a position where we should have been? No, I don't think so. I think Villa dominated us quite well and played us to... I think they allowed us to play football as well to a certain degree in the first half. I think they just kind of let us play the way that we wanted to for a bit. And then they came out, and when they did come out the second half, obviously Gerrard got his banana skin out and said, listen, don't slip over this one. Do you know what I mean? In his halftime chat. Probably threw a couple around the changing room and obviously got the guys motivated. But I think it's just obvious to see that the passion and desire across our squad and across those 90 minutes is just too up and down. It's not consistent. It's not 100% for 90 minutes, in my opinion.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. B, I'm coming to you now. So we've heard what Ralph said in his press conference today. He was encouraged. He said the performance was good in certain areas, the movement of the ball, possession of the ball, the structure of the game, the way we pressed, and even when we had to defend. And he wants a similar performance against Brentford. Do you adhere to what he's saying? Do you think if you agree with him that for the 70 minutes there was some improvement considering what we've been through for the last few weeks?
Yeah, I won't be as hard as Shah, but I'm not
Yeah,
going to say it was 70 minutes. I would say I enjoyed the first half, to be honest.
Yeah.
The second half, they came out with a different attitude that the team couldn't control. Whether or not it was a drop off in maybe they got too tired, something that they're not used to having to play how they played. But I was encouraged by what they did. I'll really be honest. I was really encouraged and I was encouraged by certain players in the team. I mean, we'll probably go on to that in a little bit anyway, but I was more encouraged by certain players in the team and the understanding of the method maybe that Ralph wants them to play. I mean, look, it was one game, which was half decent. We've got the other one tomorrow. I want to see a continuation. Yeah. I don't want to see a stop, start. I want to see a continue. There has to be a progression now. He seems happy. Players, who knows? Who knows? Nothing's been leaked at the moment about how unhappy they are because half of them won the five-a-side. So, look, we'll see. We'll see.
So I'm just a yes or no answer. Are you surprised he's come out and said he was encouraged by the performance? In the words? No. Shah?
I don't think it was surprising.
In the words?
No.
No.
Sorry.
You're
Monday.
okay. Yeah.
Were you surprised? Are you surprised?
Well, I think he's under pressure. Maybe everyone's under pressure at Manchester United, and I think when I heard the press conference, I heard what he was saying that he was encouraged by that. I think I had time to think about it. All right, we've been getting pelters because of the result being 2-0 up and going back to getting a draw. All our rival fans are giving us hell. I'm sure you guys in the comments as Man United fans have been getting that pelters all week, and that's sort of distracted us from the actual performance. And the performance was actually an improvement. So I'm glad. I agree there was an improvement, and I want us to take that into the next game, which we're here to talk about today, which is against that tough, stubborn Brentford side. So we'll go on to Pogba a bit later in the show, but we're going to talk about we're playing Brentford tomorrow, and Brentford have come up, haven't they, Shah, from in the league. They've got promoted finally. Good timing as well, because they just built a new stadium. They used to be at Griffin Park, which is a really small stadium, no room to expand. They built a new stadium, and this following season, they've been promoted into the Premier League. And they've had a number. You only have to watch our show. They've had a number of good scouts in this system for the last 10 years. They've developed a lot of good players. We can name and reel them off. Konza, we saw him the other day. We saw Watkins the other day. We're down at Brighton. We've got Mopai. The list goes on. And they're also interested in Ericsson as well. They seem to be dominating the Scandinavian market, buying certain players to fit their team, and they're doing really well. So just quickly, how do you think, Shah, they're getting along? And just give us a little bit of stats about what they've been like since they've been in the Premiership. So are you encouraged by Brentford Football Club?
I think I've enjoyed watching them. I think for a team that's come up from the Championship, we know how competitive the Championship is now. The standards of the Championship is so far advanced to what it has been, and Brentford to compete and then do very well in their first season is, if you did see some of the games that they played last season on highlights or watching the matches just when there was no footy on kind of thing, and they maybe have been playing, then you would have seen that their style of football actually hasn't changed as they've entered the Premier League either. It's been same consistent, similar sort of players with a few additions, but they're very pressing, they work together, they're organised, they know each of their own responsibilities, and they play with their heart on their sleeve, which is what you want from players. I'm very positive. I think also the coach, he plays nice attacking football. He's always thinking about what he can do, where he can press, and it's kind of football that we want to see Man United play, really, to a certain degree.
I want to tag in Mr. B. Mr. B, are you encouraged by what you see by Brentford? I should give you a couple of results here. They beat Arsenal opening game of the season at their home ground, and that was like a massive game for them. This is tomorrow. That's their biggest game of the season. This is the one on the calendar they've been marking out. So obviously, Man United are visiting. That's going to be huge for them. They lost to 1-0 to City, only 1-0 to City. They lost 2-0 to Chelsea, and they drew 3-3 with our eternal rivals, Liverpool. Good results. So, what do you think about their start and their rise in the Premiership?
First game against Arsenal, very, very happy. Let's be honest. They've surprised me, the level of consistency that they've continued with. I did expect them to have a drop off. I mean, a big drop off, but they're losing. A game here, a game there. Even when their squad was decimated, they still managed to put team performances. Maybe didn't get the result, but team performances they put in. I think Brentford are a really, really good setup. I think their manager's really, really good. They've got a beautiful stadium that I know that you and Sola will be there at tomorrow. I think they've done really, really well. They've surprised me with their performances, especially the results. The Liverpool game, you look at, the comeback that they had. So if we're not on our mettle, as you said, this is the game that they've looked at, earmarked as the big one. If our players aren't up for it, because they're going to be playing at 1,000% tomorrow, we might take a dicking down there tomorrow.
All right, let's just take a little injury timeout. Do you want to say to everyone watching in the comments, only 5 people watching at the moment, come on, press your button, press the like button, stop what you're doing. If you're typing, if you want to say something, stop what you're doing and press the like button and big us up at the Man United Agenda. Do you want to say hi to TalkMU? How are you guys doing? Just going to go through a few comments here. Big up Rebel, one of the other... we want to see back soon, Rebel. He said the battle of underperforming sides. Brentford look like the season's catching up on them, and we have players not putting the work in and relying on players past their prime still to do a job. So it's old time. It's like a struggle for both these teams. OMONDI dressed as one of the robbers from Home Alone tonight. That won't be joke. I'm taller than that. Gareth, how you doing? He says, how's it going, guys? We're great, thank you. It's bath time. Yeah, welcome back, Bath Time. Bath Time saying, I don't have in-depth knowledge of home. Okay, all right, stop this joke. See when a joke drags on a bit too long, So let's talk about the game. So do you think, quick question, in a word, is Martial going to feature against Brentford tomorrow, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay. 2-1, I lose that one.
Yeah.
Okay, get Cookie on for Matic. We might have more energy in midfield. If people don't know, Cookie's my dog. That's very funny. G Cookie is saying, hi G Cookie, how you doing, man? He's saying we need a box-to-box midfielder, bit of energy in the midfield, he reckons. I hope so. He thinks he's the best partner for our left winger, for Ronaldo, our best left winger.
I think he's talking about
Martial.
Martial, okay. We need a defensive midfielder. So here we go. Yeah, it's all about what we need. Again, same thing. I think everyone is unanimous that we do need a centre midfielder. Gareth says, I think I'm coming out publicly saying I didn't refuse to play. He's got to get minutes. Okay, I think with him coming out saying he didn't refuse to play, he's got to get minutes. That's an interesting one. Yeah. I didn't think that was a topic of debate, but I didn't think he would be selected again. I thought he was going to move on, but maybe we can discuss that a bit later. Guys, make sure you press the likes, please. I've got a question. And this is going out to our panel. It's also going out to people in the comments. If Mr. B, you want to just run through the comments while we're just chatting here. Here's the question. Okay. And it's a really important one because afterwards going to the predicted lineups. Here's the question that I've devised. I'm the quiz master. So I make it's a long-winded question. We played 20 games in the Premier League. There's 38 games played. Obviously, it's 18 games remaining. That's 54 points. And we currently have 32 points. So if we win all our remaining games, we end up with 86 points. And that 86 points is not going to win the league, is it? It's
no,
like 90s where 86 points would win the league. So 86 points if we win all our games. And obviously we might not win all our games. Last season, how it finished, second place was on 74 points. That's us. Third place was on 69 points. Fourth place was on 67 points. This is last season. Fifth was 66. Sixth was 65 points. Seventh was 62 points. And eighth was 61 points. Now, do you guys think that's a representation of how good the Premiership is now these days? When you got like people from third place down to eighth, we're all on 60 points. And we're currently on 32 points with eight, and we could possibly get 86 points. We win all our games, which obviously not going to happen. Is that a representation of how good the Premiership is these days? Or and do you think we're still in the top 4 race? Do you still Do you still think, based on all our competitors, that we can still make the top 4? Over to you, Mr. B.
I was going through the messages.
Over to you, Shah.
Shah,
Hit me.
thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, look, I think top 4's within touching distance. We've still got 2 games in hand over West Ham, who are sitting 22nd and 37 points. The few points that you made, is this the best league in the world? This absolutely shows that it is. Man City, the only team that have won their last 5 games in a row, and they're obviously top of the table. Everyone else has had frailties, even Liverpool included in the Premier League or form. They've had 2 draws, a loss, and 2 wins. And that is actually the same form that we've had when you combine it. So, I think the fact that there are a lot of teams that are competing at that level, and some odd surprise results that have, picked up more across the bottom half as well, because I think people are playing so much as different things and different factors that come in, team changes, COVID, etc., etc. So I think we've got a really good chance of finishing in the top 4. I think the Villa game, and then hopefully tomorrow night, once we get going, I think if we can win tomorrow, I think it will put a little bit more enthusiasm, a little bit more winning mentality into the squad again that we're all hoping to see personally. So I think we've got a really good opportunity to do that. Mr. B.
So you're saying basically the Premiership is a hard league based on like third place only getting 69 points last season. And you also think we still got a chance to get in top 4. So yeah, big up, man. I like that one. Mr. B, Premiership, is it really that tough? When you got third place and fourth place getting 67, 69, 67 points, and can we still make top 4?
I hope we can make top 4. I don't believe we're going to make top 4. I think our form's too erratic, to be honest. I don't think we've got the team to get top 4, and we definitely don't have the consistency. Sorry to burst your bubble. Premiership-wise, standard-wise, the levels have gone up, and I think our levels have gone down. 69 points. I don't know what that is in accordance to what it's been for the rest of the years, but I don't think it's enough. It doesn't sound like a dominant point score for to be holding. And right now there's a much of a muchness. So I think right now, between now and the next whatever games we've got to, you said 54 points till the end of the season. What's that? 18 games left. We've got a lot of work to do. And let's be honest, OMONDI, we need, of those 18 games, granted you said we're not going to win all of them, how much of those games do you think that we need to win to guarantee fourth spot?
Well, at first, when I really sort of thought about this question, I thought, oh my God, are we really going to struggle here? Because the league's so tough. We struggle against Villa, and they're not even in the runnings for the top 4 or top 6 at the moment, So, and we're in the window. We haven't purchased anybody. So I'm starting to sweat. The sweat beads are running. And I'm thinking to myself, let me look at the form from last season. Let me see how many points people got last season, because that should be, it's not that different to this season. And I was really shocked, to be personal, I'm shocked to see that third and fourth place were 69, 67 points. It's not a lot, which suggests that teams, the Premiership's so good that teams are taking points off each other. So you're not going to get, maybe you got one dominant team this year, and like previous years, it's been Liverpool, Man City going and running away with it. But 74 points we got last season, finished second. And if you go way back, that wouldn't have got you second a few seasons ago. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think the standards improved, and I still think we're in with a shout, and I'm with Shah on that one. You're bringing a lot of doubt into us, Mr. B. I don't like the negativity.
You know what? You know what? They've broke. I'll be honest. Man United have broken me this season. They really, really have. And the bandage that I've got on there right now is one of them Mr. Man ones that doesn't even cover the cup.
So at the moment, you got a Mr. Tickle at the moment, ain't you? Like,
still weeping blood. Yeah, First blood. You need to be like Rambo. Come on now. All right, guys. Once again, don't forget people in the comments. We're going to come to you in a bit. Just make sure you press the like button, please, guys. Predicted lineups. Who's going? Mr. B, you can go again. Predicted lineup. And I want to hear about this Martial. This is where we can just touch on the Martial thing, because you two are bringing it up, saying he might play. So what's your predicted lineup for against Brentford tomorrow? We play a 3-5-2.
Okay. we're going to play our 4-2-3-1 that we've been
Yep.
playing. I've De Gea in goal, left back Shaw, right back Dalot. I think he's going to play Maguire tomorrow. I think Maguire's going to be back tomorrow. So that's Varane and Maguire.
Yep.
Matic, I would be very surprised if Matic starts the game just because of the disintegration that he had in the last half an hour of the Villa game. Oh, look, I got you on Monday. Look at him on there. Hey, I got you straight away.
Open it up again.
I don't think Matic is going to play. I think he's going to play McTominay and Fred, just because that's what we've got. Bruno has to start after the performance, after the 2 goals that he had. I think Elanga's going to start. I would like Sancho to start on the right, but so did I say? I never said Rashford. I said Elanga, didn't I?
Yeah, you said Elanga. Yeah.
So Elanga's going to start. I would like to see Sancho instead of Greenwood, just because that's the position. But he'll probably play Greenwood and Ronaldo up front.
Is Ronaldo back?
Ronaldo's back.
Are we sure about that? They were saying Rashford and Ronaldo.
Yeah,
looking at him the other.
So
they're both back in the squad.
So far, yeah, they're both.
There's a question mark. But anyway, Charles, give me your first 11, please. Starting 11.
De Gea, Varane. I think Maguire will play. Telles and Dalot.
Telles,
Telles over Shaw.
Yeah, I think Telles over Shaw. Shaw's just come back in here as well. Shaw and McTominay have just come back from their 1 match bans, haven't they?
Yeah. So you would still you'd keep Telles then?
I think Telles will get a run in against Brentford. Personally.
Okay.
Midfield. Bruno. I don't think Donny's going to get a look. I think we're going to go with McTominay and Fred again. I think Fred will be in there.
Sorry, by the way, are you doing a 4-2-3-1, the same as Mr. B?
Yeah, I think he's going to have to play 4-2-3-1 against them. So
Two
McTominay and then I think Sancho and Elanga.
Yep.
And Ronaldo in the middle.
You're copying Mr. B, apart from Shaw.
But I think Elanga Martial is where my only kind of like maybe will be. That's
I don't think
just for starting, because I think he might bring Elanga on for Martial.
Or the other way around. Let's get it straight. So this issue with Martial, the manager said he didn't want to play. Okay, Martial's come back and said he actually did want to play. He would never do that for Man United. So, I don't understand why people think he should suddenly play based on that little episode. Mr. B, hit me up. Just a quick one on this. Why is people in the comments? Why should Martial be playing after all that? Isn't that like causing a bit of disruption in the club?
Ranić doesn't look like a man. I don't know him, but he looks like a very straight talking person.
Right.
He's had a conversation with Martial. Maybe Martial said he didn't mean to say that or whatever. There's been a level of forgiveness because I would have told Martial to go get stuffed. I'll be honest. I would have told him to go do one. The fact that he's said that they've sorted out the issue, I feel that Martial will be on the bench. He's not going to start. I don't think he doesn't deserve to start over Elanga last week. He doesn't deserve to start over Ronaldo. So those are the only 2 positions that he can play. So he's going to have to be on the bench. Now, sorry. So Shah, can you add to that then? Because we're going to wind up soon.
I think look, Martial has been inconsistent for us. When we've had a peak Martial, he's an unplayable player, right? I think the fact that we've had 3 different managers for Martial has caused a bit of issue and upset. He hasn't been selected regularly, and it's going to cause you a little bit of, disheartenment in approaching your squad, knowing that your team sheet, you're not getting picked out. You're looking at all the noise in the media, the press, this talk about him wanting to leave. This is what papers do because they target players and certain certain things will come out. But I think,
I'm your assistant at work, right? Put it this way, I'm your assistant at work, and I'm saying, look, man, I don't want to work under you anymore. Okay, so you're going to send me home, and I'm going to turn up the next day, and you're going to say to me, oh, I want you in my side, I want you to work with me. It doesn't make sense to me. You're a boss. You run your office. Are you going to allow that? You're going to allow a destructive man like me? And what's it going to say to all the other people in your staff? You know, that's what I'm focusing on. What Ralph said, he doesn't want to be part of the club. He doesn't want to play for the club. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear that, but obviously Martial's come out and said that he hasn't said any of that. He wants to play. He's never disrespected the club.
Then he's undermining the manager by saying, do you see what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this?
I do hear exactly what you're saying. So obviously whatever's been said, right, has been said. I think Ralph's approached it in the right way. They've had an adult conversation and he said, look, it's done. It's dusted. It's gone. They've started a clean slate. So the only time that you can, you've got to remember, Ralph's been in the job all of 2 minutes.
Okay. All right,
yeah?
guys.
I'm not trying to say. I'm not trying to say.
You're defending him. You're not really saying. You're saying a lot, but you're not really saying anything. The man's undermined the manager, in my opinion. He's just come out and said he said he didn't want to play. Martial's gone on social media, not in front of the screen. He's on social media, said, I do want to play and I love the club. Trying to defend his rep because he don't want to get abused or something. So where that leaves loggerhead. So suddenly the manager's like, hold on a minute. You're trying to make me look like a chief here. You know? That's wrong, in my opinion. And that's why I'm surprised the comments and you guys saying that he should be playing.
I never said he should. I never said he should be playing. Sorry. You know what I would do with his arsehole, yeah?
Yeah, I heard.
Right.
Sorry,
right. So I think this is more a political thing at the club where he's going to be in the squad because I know we've got to go really quickly. We're going to be, but if he says he don't want him to play and he's not going to play, we get nothing in the. We're going to end up paying the whole of his 240 grand a week for him to be pissing off playing somewhere else. My opinion is Martial should get hung out and fam.
All right, guys, just going to go through a few comments because we've been a lot of talking points we've had in here, and it's not fair that we keep to ourselves. Connor is saying, don't like Martial even being in the squad. She's with me and Mr. B. I don't care if him not wanting to travel to Villa is true or untrue. You put in a transfer request, you never play for United again. That's a big one. That's a big one. Let's go. But
he hasn't put in a transfer request. That's the whole point, is it? He hasn't put
Sure.
No, he hasn't, though.
No, listen. Don't come in here being no politician on here. The man wants to leave the club. Yeah, so just don't. He wants to leave the club. Yeah?
Come on.
All right. Here we go. Mata, we're never kicking our ball for us. It's just a shame he's been left to rot. That's another issue. We need to discuss that because Mata's still at the club. I don't know what's going on here. I love him as a player. I think he still could be playing. All right. Forgive me. We're winding down. Bath time saying normally I'd agree that at least one of those should start, but I'm slightly worried about the physical nature of Brentford and their directness. I'm not sure Ahmad could handle that because there's a suggestion here that SHAH and Elanga should be coming in. So a bit of balance there from Bath time. Rebel saying Ed Woodward's mismanagement upstairs is going to be problems when we're dealing with the football side of things for years to come. Lad wouldn't know a good player that slapped him across the face. And just going to go through, there's been Martial was a big talking point here. Just going to go through before we wind up, guys, because there's some really good comments in here. OMONDI, please win all your games. I'm just saying how many points we have left. Come on, give me a break. We're not win all our games. Gareth again. Top four is going to be real tough. A stretch from that 86 available. I think it was more realistic to get 65 points last season would make us sixth place. So there you go. It's going to be tougher than we maybe think. Dead on, Mr. B, you legend. No consistency would kill us. You got endorsement there from Connor, the big man Connor. Do you want to say hi to Niall as well? It's a big up guy. Guys, hope all is
long
well.
time no see now, man. Welcome back.
We've winded up now that we're Pogba talk. We didn't get a chance to touch on that, but TalkMU saying Pogba could be vital for rhymes with title, but vital in our hunt for top four. So yeah,
me and you will have a little chat off the record tomorrow. Talk. I can see where you go with that one.
Bath time again says I've seen a report saying Randrick has Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, Maguire has said Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, Maguire aren't good enough for Manchester United. That's really interesting. I think that's a question mark again. Last 20 seconds. Anyone else got anything to say before we wind up? I want to see some
score
predictions.
In the chat. Let's see everyone's score predictions.
Okay, we've got a few more seconds. Put it in quickly, guys, before we wound up here.
Okay, do you know what? Score prediction on Monday. You go last. Yeah.
Okay, go on, Shah, hit me. What do you reckon the score is going to be tomorrow?
3-1 to United.
Okay, Mr. B.
3-1.
Yeah.
2-0. I want to go 2-0 United tomorrow.
Okay, 2-0 United. So we've already said Connor's saying 1-1. Sorry, Bath Time saying 1-1. Connor's saying 1-1. Andrew Williams, how you doing? He says 2-1 to Brentford. United too much in our midfield for us. Okay. Rebel saying 1-0 Brentford. We won't control them. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Naturally, Solo saying 3-1. And Gareth is saying 2-0. Elanga and Sancho. Yeah.
That would be nice. Gareth, great shout.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really interesting game. I hope all you guys tune in. Don't forget. Come on now. You can't forget. This should be a regular thing for us now. I'm watching the game. I'm going to be listening to TalkMU and Mr. B on their live commentary. And I'm also going to be at the stadium with, I was going to say Elanga, but no, it's the guy. It's Solo. They do look alike. Yeah. And I'll be up there with Solo, and we're trying to give some interviews at the end of the game in the cold. So just finally, what's your? Yeah, you said 1-0. Did you say Shah?
No, I said 3-1. 3-1.
Oh, sorry, 3-1. So 3-1. You're with the boss man. I'm saying 1-0 United, but it will be tough. And guys, the atmosphere is going to be really electric down there tomorrow. I think it's going to be a good game. But like we said about this points, top 4 is vital. Let's turn it up. Let's get behind the team. We're going to sign out now. Thank you, everybody who's tuned in tonight. It was just a quick preview. Obviously, there's more to come tomorrow. Like I say, with the watch along and the post-match show as well. And hopefully you'll be seeing some great interviews from Solo and myself with some happy mags if we win the game. So God bless you all. If you want to continue the conversation, put it in the YouTube down below, and we'll be around to sort of bump heads with you guys. So God bless, and we're out later.